Mhm. And so far, I've seen in my career, a very conservative approach when it comes to knowledge. What is it? Automation or any technology intervention, okay, with knowledge, because people studied long and hard, okay, to acquire all this knowledge and to work along the side, the experts, okay, and it's one of the most conservative ways still to pass on the knowledge, okay? So how do you see this evolving? Because I know in insurance company, in banking, right, and medicine specifically, right, people don't look for bring more technology. I'm ready to pass on everything I've learned.
Yeah.
Where do you see this changing?
Yeah, okay, there's two issues. There's the people side of it, which
Yeah.
is very complex, and then there's the technology side of it. The last time we had to deal with knowledge management, we utterly failed
Mhm.
as an industry, technology-wise, because we tried to stuff knowledge into a structured database.
Right.
And in order to stick it in a structured database, we had to have a knowledge guru who decided, here's the taxonomy. This is real knowledge. I understand what real knowledge is. You don't. You tell me. And so you got this central control of knowledge, which
Mhm.
really stinks, frankly. And now we have, graph databases, ontologies. We can make connections. We can look at the connections later and say, is there a pattern to it? So now the guru is looking for the pattern to say, hey, this is kind of cool. You need to look at this, take advantage of it. So the technology is faster. The data structures are better. We're even including image. We're even including video in that. And so technology-wise, it's gotten a lot better, just like AI got a lot better when it broke things into little categories like machine language and deep learning and decisioning. Um, so we're going to see that that's better, and people are going to try it. Now, how do you get the people to try it after it failed? Because it did fail. Just
Yeah.
like AI kind of failed, it didn't really. I mean, we still see the Japanese use it in manufacturing very, very effectively from the
Mhm.
second
Mhm.
generation. So they didn't have as cold of an AI winter as we did in the Western society. Um, and consequently, you've got to convince people to try it again. Now it's they believe that they want to be king or queen of the hill and be in charge of the knowledge. I mean, I get that.
Very human, by the way, right? Controlling and, hey, right, being in charge, right? Empowered by what you already acquired. So, yeah.
Right. So people are going to have to take a step of faith.
Hmm.
But you have to understand that people watch other people. I mean, that's what we're really good at. I mean, if you've ever gone shopping, what do? People watch. When you go to a restaurant, what do? You people watch. So you get there's always those people who like to experiment and try things, and
Hmm.
they're willing to take a risk. And those are the risk takers. It's about 15% of your people. You let them work with the knowledge, and everybody will watch and say, well, what happened here? Did they get burnt like I thought they were going to, or not? And what you'll find is they'll be the leaders and they'll be successful. It'll go on to the fast followers, and then eventually it'll go to the followers. And then there's this last category called never gonna.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
they're never gonna get ahead either. so, um, so as people watch and change, and in fact, I'm making a prediction in here that people will have bot buddies. Um,
Yep. Yep.
and these bot buddies will go beyond the typical Alexa, find me this and order me this on Amazon. It's going to be much more complicated than that. They're going to insert knowledge. In fact, my vision for my wife is that
Hmm.
I have a bot buddy in my ear in social settings so I say the right thing. So that's her vision. And actually, I'd go along with that because I manage to stick my foot in my mouth all the time in social situations, and I'll get the friendly elbow,
Yeah.
I
And
think.
through
So I
iterative
think, well,
approach, I guess, Jim, right? We also learn, right, with the help of our bad buddies, right, and with
exactly.
the help with our buddies next to us, right? So we still,
Exactly. And by the way, the underwriters were the ones that said that these little helpers that helped them make decisions while they were underwriting became somewhat friendly. So even though they were algorithms,
trustworthy, right? So
yeah,
after some small successes, I envision, right? You would
yeah,
be
and they're feeling, hey, look, I'm making these big decisions that doctors do.
right.
So
Look at
I
me.
feel
Woohoo.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctors
So,
without diplomas, right?
people will have bot buddies.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I just saw an advertisement for a bank that had a credit card where they gave a name to it. I think it was Elijah or Elisa or whatever. I can't remember what the name was. It was somewhat of a male name, and it was going to advise them when they thought there was some funny business going on in their credit card. So, I think the idea of that being friendly instead of getting an email after the fact saying somebody might be messing with your account, which, I just had happen to me on Amazon over the weekend. They're in the process of helping me fix that. But I wish I would have had a bot buddy saying, hey, look, we're sensing some activity. And I saw some in my emails where people were trying to break my security code, which one of them eventually did, which means this guy's got to come up with a better security system and better passwords. So I thought I had a
Like a good action to take, Jim, right? This is exactly what we're talking about, right? After getting all the signs from the data we're using, right? Then if you don't take action, it's all
yeah,
pointless.
and the bot buddy will be looking out for you.